Fusion summoning in Yu-Gi-Oh was one of the first summoning mechanics in the game's history, dating all the way back to the very first ever Yu-Gi-Oh! Booster set Legend of Blue Eyes White Dragon back in 2002, when that set introduced us to several fusion monsters, including inc- including cards like Gaia the Dragon Champion, and of course Flame Swordsman. Over time, fusion summoning became one of the most popular, summoning mechanics in the game's history, to the point where Konami introduced multiple archetypes throughout its history that relied on fusion summoning. Archetypes like Dark Magician, Blue Eyes White Dragon, Elemental Heroes, Destiny Heroes, and of course, we cannot also forget about Gladiator Beasts. So much so that Konami also introduced several cards to make fusion summoning even more busted than ever before. Cards cards like super polymerization, heavy polymerization, fusion destiny, not final fusion, no, flash fusion, and of course King of the Swamp. King 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 of the Swamp's effect basically reads that you can treat it as any fusion material as long as you have the right material for the other for the summoning to happen. So let's say for example, you want to summon Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. As long as you have King of the Swamp plus either Dark Magician or Red Eyes Black Dragon, you would basically be able to summon out Red Eyes Dark Dragoon without any hesitation. King of the Swamp became so popular and so broken that after almost 3 decades of the game being around, Konami has introduced a brand new version of King of the Swamp in the upcoming core set Chaos Origin, which is a which introduces us to a brand new era in the competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG and the OCG. Well, the question is, what is that card? Well, it is known as Magical King of the Swamp. Which is a 3-star water spellcaster with 500 attack, 1100 defense, and the effect is a once per turn that reads as follow. That reads as follow. If this card is in your hand, you can reveal one fusion monster in your extra deck, and if you do, banish one material mentioned on it from your deck, then summon this card. If it is used as fusion material this turn, its name can be treated as the banished monsters. Literally making this card one of the most busted cards in the game's history. So it is as I said. If you are looking to summon Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, as long as one of the materials excuse me. As long as one of the materials is banished, you can instantly summon out this card without hesitation, and you can also use this card as the material to summon out Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. Interestingly enough, you can also go into cards like Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer, Gladiator Beast Geyserist, and use this card in pretty much any other fusion-based deck that you may have at your disposal. And if you can believe it, you can also use this card in the new GMX archetype, which could definitely abuse this card like it's nothing, making this card probably one of the most busted cards for fusion decks in the game's history. I said it before that King of the Swamp was very popular. What I also what I failed to mention was that Konami introduced other retrain versions of this card of King of the Swamp. One of them being Beast King of the Swamp. And of course, much similar to, as I dropped something from my hand, much like King of the Swamp, Beast King of the Swamp has the exact same effect, where basically you can use Beast King as the material for Refusion Summon. This card basically does the exact same thing, but the monster in question has to be banished. Is this card busted? Absolutely. Are there gonna be decks that will abuse this card? Absolutely. Heroes are going to completely abuse this card. Dark Magician is going to abuse this card with all the new support that we got for Dark Magician in Maze of Muertos, which is crazy. GMX. What's another good archetype that can abuse it? Excuse me. Yeah. I mean, Gladiator Beast, if it ever becomes meta again, which I highly doubt. I know that Gladiator Beast was a bit of a weird strat in Edison format, and I know because I've went up against Glads a couple times. First time didn't work out so well. I think the second time also didn't work out well. Third time ended up being the charm, and I won against Glads, which was very funny. So I know a thing. I know a thing or two about Glads, and Glads is a crazy deck, especially in Edison. But in Modern, who knows? But with that being said, that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more card discussions in the future, then be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and as always, make sure you guys are following me on all of my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.